Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I just want to warn you, I have a cat up here on this table, so there may be a chance she'll walk through here.
No
Just
worries at all. I've got a
okay.
little dog running around somewhere. I'm not sure where she is at the moment, but no problem at all.
They ignore me all day, but as soon as I turn my laptop on, it's like they're right here.
They love
So,
attention, cats do.
yes. So you're gonna be doing judging for PFL? Is that what's happening?
For the Challenger Series, yes, I
Okay.
will be. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
For the European Series, I'll most likely be doing something cage side. I'm not sure what yet, though.
Cool. So I want to know first, I guess like what was your thought when you were approached by PFL to do, celebrity judging? Like what did you think like, oh, this is fun, or what was your first thought?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I don't really class myself as a celebrity, so sitting alongside people like Wiz Khalifa and Jeremy Piven, I feel a little out of place. But ultimately, I mean, it's nice to be able to sit back and watch a few fights where guys are fully focused on, delivering an amazing performance for the judges. And it's very rare that I get to sit and just be a fan and enjoy it and then give my thoughts at the end of it. Um, it's an exciting thing and exciting opportunity for these fighters as well, which I always feel like brings the best performances out. When people know that not only have they got to get the win, but they've also got to do something a bit special to be noticed. I feel like I'm in a privileged seat that I'm being performed for.
Absolutely. Are you going to be doing all the cards or just select cards, or do you know yet, or how does that
I'm
work?
not sure yet. No, I'm not sure yet. No, but I'll be available and ready for whatever they need me for. I'll be watching them all. That's for sure.
So I know, this is similar to Dana White's Contender Series, the format. And Dana has talked about in the past that when he makes a decision, he doesn't want to know anything about them before. He wants to just watch that fight and judge off that. I don't know that I believe that necessarily, but that's what he says. And I'm just curious, what are your thoughts? Are you going to be looking at these people ahead of time, or do you want to go in there with a clean slate?
You know, I will probably know a little bit about them before the fights start. I just because I kind of want to gain a bit of a picture of what they're bringing to the table. Things to watch out for. But yeah, I won't be researching like I would if I was commentating. If I was commentating, I'd be there to give information on them that somebody else might not know. I'll have a quick look at their record. I might watch a couple of videos online and just to be an excited fan more than anything, to be honest. But no, I won't get deep into my research because I mean, there are some guys on the card that have, they've got a loss on their record, but it was 5 years ago, and it's not really consequential anymore. So I will be focused entirely on, the performances that I see. But as a fan, I'll be a bit intrigued as to who they are before they start.
In regards to the performance on the night, what are you looking for? I mean, obviously a win, something spectacular, but are you going to be looking for a personality? Are you going to be looking for a physical type of fighter that you're looking for? I mean, what are you looking for beyond just that K or submission?
The main thing I'm looking for, especially with the position that these fighters are in, is I'm looking for composure because this is going to be a very high stress situation. There's a lot on the line for these guys. It's an all or nothing kind of situation, and the best fighters, the most special fighters, are the ones that face that adversity like it's absolutely nothing. And we've seen that throughout the PFL before, and for me that's the most impressive thing because that shows me not only that they're ready to command that space that they're in, but they're also potentially ready for bigger challenges. And if they do progress through the Challenger Series, it's only going to get more difficult. The closer you get to that $1 million, the more difficult the opponents get. And composure is a big part of professional combat sports in my eyes. So I'll be looking for that. I don't really mind the style of the fighters. I don't really mind if they want to counter strike or they want to go and put it on their opponents. They want to wrestle, ground and pound. I have an appreciation for all different ranges, but I'm looking for intention to finish and I'm looking for composure in stressful situations. They're the things that make me excited about young fighters.
And I know you said you aren't really quite sure yet which one you're going to be judging on, but have you had a chance to look at any of the cards yet? Is there anyone that kind of stands out, or even maybe not a name, but a particular weight class that you're most excited to be looking at?
Well, welterweight, I'm always very interested in, and I think welterweight's been a bit of an unknown in the last championships because of course Roy McDonald was in there as a huge name, but the performances that we got from Delano Taylor and Sadabusi, I think it kind of shows everybody in the Challenger Series that you don't have to be the name in the division to be the champion. So that's a, for me, I'm looking at that weight class, welterweights, because I'm always excited for welterweights because it's my weight class. And I always think welterweights, they've got the speed as well as the power to make fight changing differences with one strike. There's a couple of fighters I'm keeping my eye on. I'm very interested to see how Nate Kelly does. You know, he's a very grounded, very mature individual. Got a fantastic skill set already. I expect him to do very well. And then there's a couple of people that have got experience, you know, at the high level already, like the Danilo Marquez or Shayna Young. You know, fighters that have maybe, you know, stepped into the octagon and not done quite as well, and they've had a chance to regroup. And sometimes it's the regrouping that they're the best opportunities we get. You know, the Brandon Morenos that didn't quite make it the first time, but second time around they're even better. You could say the same thing with Brendan Loughnane as well, of course. So, you know, I think there are a few fighters that we've got to watch out for, but I'm very excited about the unknowns. You know, the 2-3 fights into their career. You know, who knows what to expect? And you add a bit of pressure into it, and it's like that extra special sauce that gets people fired up.
I guess my last question for you, do you have any advice for any of these fighters coming into a situation like this, just from a, you know, fighting perspective, a potential judging perspective? What kind of advice could you give?
You know what I mean, of course, always be supremely prepared. You know, conditioning is everything for me because it takes away a lot of the anxiety before the fights start, and you can't anticipate how you're going to feel when anxiety kicks in, because it can sap 50% of your energy before the fight's even started. But ultimately, like, take chances. You know, this sport is built on taking chances. You know, you don't have those highlight moments without taking incredible chances. And, you know, of course, don't overextend yourself and be reckless, but, you know, believe in yourself, believe in the skills that you've been working, in the skills that you've been working with your coaches, the combinations that have worked in sparring, and just, you know, go out there and just let it all hang out for 15 minutes and enjoy yourself. And, you know, one other thing, even if you don't get through this time around, it's not the end of the line. You have a good performance and you get your second shot at the end of the Challenger Series, or, you know, you've got next year. There's lots of opportunities coming up in PFL. And I think that giving a good performance that you're proud of is the most important thing.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No worries. Good talking to you.
You too. Have a good night.
And you.
Bye-bye.